As I woke today, I started scrolling online and I came across a post. It was a podcast, a clip from a podcast, and it launched point in the conversation where the conversation was there was a young black British Muslim guy, interviewing this guy who wasn't in the studio, but he was on camera, I think, and he was like, clearly, he was like, how can I put it? He looked a bit maybe like right-wingish, pleasant enough in delivery and nature and, and communication with the other person. But I think he even had on a white t-shirt and some red braces or something like that. Kind of football thug, old school punk. Now, the classic NF right wing cliched image that you conjure in your head, really. Skinhead, do you know what I mean? Older, maybe in his 40s. It was a conversation clearly about race, and from what the white guy was saying, in what I thought was quite a threatening way, was there's something not right about what's happening at the moment in England with the kind of Muslim invasion, if you like, and illegal immigration and the migrants and the boats just keep coming, etc., and all this stuff. And it's the deletion or the attempt at the deletion of the white European national, both in culture and society, and literally as a person and a race. And so the conversation was about race, and Muslim's guy's stance was, you're a racist. It's racist to think that, and what's wrong with there being lots of Muslims now in London or what have you. What the young black British Muslim guy said to this older, far right looking type there was a point where he was stumbling through his words, and he was saying, it's not right. It should be like that. And the guy was like, it should be what? Should be what? Go on, say it. He's trying to get him to say it should be white. England should be white, is what he's trying to, cajole him into saying. And you can tell by his energy that he wasn't even interested and certainly not invested in learning anything from this guy and understanding his point of view and what he's trying to say fully. He just wanted to label him a racist, basically. And I thought, okay, I see what you're doing there. Sneaky and easy. It's easy to do that in this situation at the moment, isn't it? It's sort of cowardly, really, but he's probably doing it unbeknownst to him. He doesn't understand the plight that the white European national is under, I don't think, from how this man was trying to explain it. And then I thought about how, all white people really that speak out have been labelled as far-right extremists at the minute, and how that's, by design, that we have that cliched view of the punk rocker, football thug, always in the pub, loves fighting, that kind of stereotypical, I'm white, I'm English, I'm proud, low-minded thug kind of attitude that they have, and how it's kind of somehow wrong, how being white and British is solely represented by that image of a person in culture we fail to understand by design for this time now. It has been deeply encoded into the subconscious, so much so millions of the own white national people that are programmed to not defend their own people. You need to decode the program. You need to decode the programming by going deep into the matrix. That matrix, waking people up. Just like in the film, like Morpheus, or biological powers and shit. Really. I got to thinking, what would I do if it was me being interviewed at that moment and someone called me with that question and put me in that position and tried to get me to say, England should be a white country? How would I say that and justify it on the spot? And I thought, well, I'm happy for a cultural mix in the country, of course. But what I don't want is for it to be predominantly populated by non-white European people, because then it ceases to be a white European country, you see? When we have vast majorities of non-white populations populating the towns and cities of England at an increasingly alarming rate, and the most popular name in the world is Mohammed already, and the most popular name in the UK is Mohammed I think we should slow down with the overpopulation of non-white European peoples in a white European country. Don't you? Because if we carry on the current trajectory, white European peoples will cease to exist. Literally. Sadly, that's just the plan, isn't it? And it may well be a plan that you think benefits you at the moment. But believe me, the people that are making, setting and executing these plans are just using you, my friend. I'm not racist. I've got nothing but love for you. That's why I'm letting you know what's going on. If they come for me right now, one day they'll come for you too. You can believe that. So we either join forces and unite right now and stop trying to attack each other, and attack the real enemy together. Or we can carry on bickering on stupid podcasts, and you can carry on trying to expose me as a racist, unbeknownst to you until now. And all you're doing is exposing yourself to me as a young man who's right now playing games in this game called life without understanding what the game's really all about. If you want to carry on playing some God knows what version of the game you're playing, go and play it with yourself, my friend. But I'm here to change the game and create real players. Go away and think about that. And we'll talk again. That's what I would have told him, but probably sound ridiculous to most people, but I know exactly what I mean. Because the truth is, they're not for or against one race. They're against humanity in general. Yeah, the people at the very top. Against humanity. All of us. We're all in trouble.
Let's go!